Hi everyone, welcome to Impact Pilates YouTube channel. My name is Amanda. For today's workout, we're going to be using a prop. So if you have a yoga block, I would grab your yoga block. I don't have mine here, so you can see I'm just using just like a hardback thick book. So any cookbook or hard top thicker novel that you have will work just fine. For today's class, we're really going to be focusing on building strength through our joints, primarily really working through the shoulder joint and working through the hip joint. So you're going to be finding, different from some of the other workouts that I have on this page, we're not going to be very fluid through our movements today. Some of the exercises may be a little bit more dynamic, and we're really going to be focusing on finding stability in certain areas of our body and then mobilizing and building strength through others. Okay, so again, we're going to use the book and the block to kind of help give us some feedback of where we are in space, and help us build strength so that we're not just kind of losing our body in gravity, but really feeling strong and supported, especially within our shoulders and our hip joints. Okay, so a little background on today's class. We're going to start on our side though. You can grab your book or your block and you're going to place it right in between your thighs. And you're going to come down into a side lying position, and we're going to start with the spine rotation. So you can have your knees bent, so you have like a 90-degree angle at your hip and a 90-degree angle at the knee. The bottom arm is bent, supporting the head, and we have that little lift up between the bottom oblique and the mat. Top arm is reaching forward. So from here, again, if you've done other videos here on this page, we've done this exercise before, but I want you to focus right now just on that little connection between the inner thighs. And feel how as you gently connect into the block, how that provides just a sense of stability. You can almost like notice where your pelvis is a little bit more. Now as you inhale, we're going to lift that top arm up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, you're going to rotate back, but I want you to keep that gentle connection on the block. Bringing in awareness of the stability through the pelvis, really allowing you just to rotate from the rib cage, getting that movement through your thoracic spine and not just taking it back into your lumbar spine. We're going to stay here, taking a big inhale through the nose. And then on the exhale from the rib cage, we're coming back to the side and then lower that top arm down from your shoulder. Let's do that 2 more times. On the inhale, we move from the shoulder. Keep that gentle connection into the block as you begin to rotate the rib cage. So your sternum is reaching up towards the ceiling. Okay, you're not falling back. You're staying active through the spine. Taking an inhale here. And then on the exhale, think of using those oblique muscles to pull you back to the side. And then lower that top arm down 1 more time here. We inhale, lift. On the exhale, we're going to spiral through the rib cage, rotating back. We're going to stay here and take a big inhale. And then on that exhale, using the obliques, we come back to the side and then lower down from the shoulder. All right, let's come up. Let's do that on the other side. Block staying in between the thighs. We are side lying, making sure as well that you have your pelvis and your rib cage lined up with each other. Top arm is reaching forward, shoulder height, gentle connection in. We inhale, lifting up from the shoulder. On the exhale, we feel that spiral from the rib cage. We're going to stay here and take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale, moving the rib cage back to the side and then lowering that arm down. Inhale, feel where you're moving from. Start just with the shoulder. Good, and then go ahead and move from the rib cage. Keeping that stability through the pelvis. You may notice that you maybe can't go as far. We're going to take an inhale here. And then exhale, use the obliques to pull the shape back And now move from the shoulder to lower. One more time. Inhale, we lift. On that exhale, we're going to rotate back. We inhale here to stay. And then on the exhale, we come back to the side and then lower that arm down from the shoulder. Going onto your back. Keeping that book or block right in between the inner thighs, just to keep a little adductor, your inner thigh connection, and you're in a neutral position through the pelvis and the spine here. We're going to take an inhale. On the exhale, using the obliques to imprint, and then firing through the glutes to roll the pelvis up. Keeping again that gentle squeeze, feeling like the thigh bones are almost wrapping outwards, and you feel the inner thighs pulling up, and you're going to use the sensation of stability through the hip and thigh later in class when we're balancing. We inhale here, and then on that exhale, begin to melt the spine down, rolling through your upper back, middle back, lower back through imprint to your neutral. Again, inhale here. On the exhale, connecting through the obliques to imprint, and then firing through the glutes as you roll up, and keeping that gentle squeeze into the block, feeling the connection through the glutes in the back. We inhale to stay, knees reaching forward, obliques pulling up, and then begin to melt that spine down. Upper, middle, lower, through that imprint back to your neutral. We're doing this 2 more times. Inhale here. Exhale. Obliques to imprint. Glutes to peel all the way up, pressing down through the feet, reaching forward with the knees. We inhale to stay. And then on that exhale, soften through the chest, melt the spine down. Last time, inhale. Exhale, obliques. Glutes peeling all the way up. Inhaling to stay. And then exhale, melts back down. Through that imprint back to your neutral. Now go ahead, grab onto that block. Now placing your hands at the end of it, pushing it straight up towards the ceiling. In here, you just have a little bit of pressure in towards that block or book, creating a sense of width through the front of the chest, wrapping underneath the armpit and around through the mid-back. Keeping the rib cage set in and down, keeping the pelvis neutral. On the exhale, I want you just to begin to reach that block back overhead. Moving as far as you can stabilize, keeping the rib cage in place. And then pull back up. And just feel how you notice maybe that connection through the shoulder girdle. And again, on that exhale, you're maintaining that width through the back and through the front of the chest. Feeling if you can notice the shoulder blades sliding up the rib cage without crunching the shoulders up towards your ears. And then pull the arms, keeping a little bit of pressure into the book or block. 2 more. Exhale. As the arms come back, feel the back ribs continuing to melt towards the mat. Finding that sense of stability through the torso. Pulling back up. 1 more time. Exhale, we reach. Inhale, pull back up. Now arms stay right over the chest, and you're going to lengthen that left leg out to a long line. Back up a little bit here. So we have that left leg nice and long. That right knee is bent, that foot is flat. Neutral through spine and pelvis, arms reaching straight up. Gentle connection in on the block. I want you to think even here that you feel energy through the body just on the mat. You're not just relaxed on the mat. You're feeling a sense of length and connection. And now on the exhale, that right leg, we're gonna pick it right up the tabletop. And then we inhale, place the foot back down. And again, exhale, picking it up, keeping the pelvis neutral. Now when you lower, don't just let it collapse to the mat, but you place it back down on the mat. Again, exhale, we pick it up. And then control it, place it back down. One more time. We pick it up. Now we're gonna inhale and stay. Now on the exhale, we're gonna fold at the rib cage. As you curl up, you're gonna bend the elbows, pull that block down to your chest. And you push it back up overhead as you lower the head, neck, and shoulders down. Keep that gentle squeeze, bend the elbows, pull it in. Stabilizing through the pelvis, just moving from the ribs. Again, pull. And push. This time we come down. Now we're going to inhale and stay here. Now as we push the book back overhead, on that exhale, that left leg floats up about 4 or 5 inches off the mat. Pull the book down, lower the left leg. Working through the front of the hip and the quad as you push the book up and lift the leg. Feeling that flattening and widening through the abdominal wall as you lift. Exhale, connect first, and then remove. Good, and then we pull back down. One more time. Press up, and then pull down. Lower the head, neck, and shoulders. Book goes back up. Right foot comes down and lengthens out. We bend that left knee. Foot is flat. Reconnecting in that neutral on the exhale. Left leg lifts. We lower. Exhale. Up. And then we place it again back down. Again. Lift. Place it down. Good. Lift. Holding it here. Pull the block down as you fold and flex. Push up as you lower. Exhale. Pull down as you flex. Push up. Lower. Pull down, flex. Push up, lower. Pull down, flex. Holding it here, connecting with that right leg. Exhale, float the leg up, pushing the book. And then lower and bring it back down. That's it. Start that breath. Exhale, rise up. Nothing is changing through the torso or through that left leg. Again, press it up. Lower down. One more time. Press up. Good. Lower down and lower head, neck, and shoulders. We're going to bring now that block down. That's going to be right underneath your right foot. So your right foot is on top of the block. Left foot is down. You're neutral through your spine and through your pelvis. Collarbones are nice and wide. On that exhale, going into a hip lift. Press down into the book, lifting the pelvis straight up from neutral. And then we're going to fold at the hips, coming right back down. And you can also place thumb and index finger at the top of the pelvis and the rib cage, making sure that distance doesn't change as you lift the pelvis up. And then we fold and lower. Bringing it down, 2 more like this, connecting through the glutes to lift. And then we fold and lower back down. Last time, we squeeze, lift. Now we're going to inhale, stay here. Now really connecting through that right side glute, that left foot. We pick it up. And then we place it back down. Again, connect through that right glute, picking up the left. And then we place it back down. Pelvis is still square to the ceiling. Obliques are pulling up so we don't have any rotation. And then lower down. We pick up that left stay. Now we hold it here, fold and lower with that right side. We tap the tailbone down, connect to that right glute and lift for 4. We fold and lower, squeeze and lift for 3. We fold and lower, squeeze and lift for 2. Fold and lower, squeeze and lift for 1. Lower that left foot down. Fold at the hips, lower the pelvis down. Slide that Booker block over. It's right underneath that left foot now. We start with 4 hip lifts. We take an inhale. On the exhale, connecting through that left glute, lifting the pelvis up. We fold and lower down. Exhale, connecting through the glute, lifting the pelvis up. We fold and return back down. 2 more. Squeeze and lift. We fold and lower. This time we squeeze and lift. Now again, feel the activation through that left glute. Obliques pulling up. That right foot comes up to tabletop. We place the foot back down. Don't let it fall. You can even press down into the mat with the upper body, feeling the work through the spine, through the lats, through the triceps. Exhale, lift. Inhale, place down. Last time. We lift. We hold. We fold at the hips, lower down. Connect to that left glute and lift. We fold and lower down. Feel the work through that left glute and lift. 2 more. Fold and lower. Squeeze, press up. Fold and lower. Press, lift. Right foot comes down. Fold and lower the pelvis down. Awesome job. We're going to grab behind our thigh. Come on up. We're going to work in a prone position now. So we're going to take your Booker block, have it again horizontal, so long legs at the front of your mat. You're going to be on your stomach, and you're going to have both of your hands down on the block, okay? I need to move forward a little bit. You're going to have those legs laterally rotated, about as wide as the mat. And you're going to have both of your palms just gently pressing down onto that block. The head is up in line with the upper arm. So if you notice, my thoracic spine is in like a little bit of extension to start. And I have a connection here through my lats. I'm anchoring that with the lower body. So I'm feeling my thighs press down, my pubic bone gently press down, and my obliques pulling up to allow for that support and movement through my upper back. From here, on the exhale, gently press down a little more into that Booker block, lengthening and extending just for the thoracic spine. So again, my bottom rib stays down, but my chest is reaching forward. And then I return back down to my start position. On that exhale, I gently press down. I think of reaching my crown of the head even further through my arms, and I start lifting my chest just beyond that block. And then I return back down. 2 more. I use that inhale to reach, feeling that energy through the sides. And then I return back down to my start position. This time I'm going to stay. I inhale, lengthen up. And I connect. Now from here, I'm keeping energy down with my left hand. Stemming all the way from my back, and I take my right hand off and place it to the side. And then I pick it back up and I bring it back on the block. That movement comes from the shoulder. Now that left arm, I stabilize with the right, left hand comes off. And then place it back on, press. Right hand off. Place that back on, gently press. Left hand off. Right hand on, gently connect, press. Now try to maintain the shape of the spine. Both hands come off, move from the shoulders. Both hands come on, connect down, lengthen, press. Again, both hands off, moving from the shoulders. They both come on, press down, lift. Again, off. They both come on, connect, almost feel yourself extending a little further. One more time, they come off. And then back on, press down, lengthen up, and return all the way back down, pushing back into a little shell stretch. Belly button pulling up. Arms are reaching forward. And then from here, we're going to come into a 4-point kneeling position. You're going to take that block, you're going to place it right underneath your left hand. Okay? So left hand is on top, right hand is off to the side. Knees are underneath the hips. Now, like normally in this position, I want you to feel yourself gently pushing away from the mat. Feeling that energy, again, through the sides, away through the chest. Feeling now here as well, you have that gentle wrapping sensation around the waist, that lift through the pelvic floor. I want you to push, so like you're going to be protracting almost what it feels like with that left hand. And I want you to push down and you lift that right hand off the mat, so it's level with the left. And then inhale, bring it back down. Exhale, push things strong through the shoulder. Stay. And then inhale down. Exhale, feel the whole work through that left lateral side body. You feel the lat, the oblique kick in, and then return. Also feel from the back, you're using the serratus to push away, stay. Inhale down. Exhale, push, stay. Inhale down. Now we're going to challenge that whole side stabilization. If you want to watch one, you can. You're going to push away, but then you're going to pivot the whole body and you're going to open to the side. And it should feel supported and connected throughout. And then you're going to pivot back to the side, hand comes down. Think of pushing away, open, come to the side. And then return back center. Exhale, push, open side. Return back center. Push, open side. Return back center. Now we're going to add on with the hips. We push, open side. Now take your right leg, place it in front. So we're in a forward lunge. You're going to now come back side, finding that block, finding that support, and then we return back to the start. So that same sensation, push away, open up. Bring that right foot forward, step, connect, trust, and then come back side, and then rotate back. Again, push, open. Right leg comes in front, lift, stay. Come back, open, catch yourself, and forward one more time. Push, open, step in front. Good. Coming side and back. Awesome. Let's do the other side. So we have that right foot, not your right foot, your right hand on that Booker block. left hand underneath. Then you're feeling that little bit of rotation away, right? That right shoulder's a little bit of retracted. You have that rib cage wrapped in the abdominal wall pulling up. Think of pushing away, protract with that right. Left hand comes up. You're nice and supported through that right side. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, push, lift. Inhale, come down. Exhale, push, feel that support. Inhale, come back. Exhale, push away, lift. That's it. Inhale, come back. Now we're going to open to the side. We push away, open to that right side, lengthen out that left leg, and then control the return back. Push away, pivot, so that right foot comes back. We open through the left, and then returning back center. Push away, feel that whole side support, and then coming back forward. Again, push, open, taking your time, coming back, adding that step forward. We push, open. Now that left foot steps in front. We come into that left glute. We come back to the side. We catch ourselves, feel that support through the side, and then rotate center. Again, push, open. There's that weight shift. Left leg comes forward, up. Open side. Good, and move center. 2 more. Push, open. Step in front. Good, back, side, and center. 1 more time. Push away, open. Step in front. Come back, side, and rotate, center. Awesome job. All right, we're going to take that Booker block. We're going to finish in a standing position. We're going to bring it down. You're going to be standing with your left foot on top of the block. That right foot is down on the mat, okay? I want your pelvis nice and level. So if you want to bring your hands on, so you must start making like a little shelf yourself here to make sure that one side's not hiking. You're going to push straight with that left knee. So your left knee comes straight, your right foot is flexed. So they are level with each other, okay? Now from here, keeping your right leg straight, your left knee. You're going to bend at the knee, bringing your right foot flat to the mat as much as you can, as long as you can keep that neutral pelvis and level, and then push back up to vertical. So we bend down, knee tracking right over toes, push up. Again, bend, that's it, and push. Now remember in the beginning of class when we were squeezing that block, and I said you feel that kind of wrap outwards and that pull upwards. I want you to think of that here. Supporting your body, using the muscles. Feel that thigh bone wrap around. Feel the inner thigh pull up in that sense of support through that left hip. In. Not letting that knee collapse in. Push up. You have the quad pulling up on the right side. That leg is staying strong. Just moving in response to that left knee. This is 2. Push up. This is 1. Good. Push up and stay. Hands can come to the front of the chest. And then from here, we're going to take that right leg. We abduct it. So a little pressure out and then in. Again, I'm just moving from my hip, not shifting at all from my pelvis. Hands can put a little pressure in so you feel that connection through the front of the chest. Press out. Press in. This is 4. Exhale, push 3. Good, pushing 2. Pushing 1. Coming in, we're gonna squat down. Now we bend, we squat down. As you push up the vertical, you're gonna then abduct out. We come in, squat down. We push up, press out. Good, down. Lift, push. Creating your own energy and support through the body. This is 4. Good, push. You should feel nice and connected. Take your time and use the breath. This doesn't need to be frantic and fast. Lift. Good, down. Press, lift, and relaxing down. Go ahead, shaking out that left hip. Pushing that block over, repeating this on the other side. So we have the right foot on, okay? And keep that knee bent, find the pelvis nice and level. And then once you straighten that right leg, let that left foot come up. So we stay level. Feel that thigh bone wrapping back. Feel the connection up through the inner thigh just as much as through the outer hip. And then bending that right knee down. Left foot comes to the mat, and then we push back up to vertical. We bend. That's it, we press. Inhale, bend. Exhale, push. Inhale, bend. Exhale, push. Good, 4. And lift. Back to 3. Good, lift. This is 2. Push. 1. Push up, stay here. From the hip, we abduct. Push away. Come back in. Pressing out. Pull back in. Pushing out. In. Good push. Staying rooted and supported in that right leg. In. Press. Inhale, don't forget about that breath. Good. 1 more. Then we're going to squat down. We bend both knees. We come down. Press up, push out. Inhale, bend. Press, push. Good. In. Up. Nice. Down. Last 4. Good. Abdominals. Still pulling up. Supporting the low back. Rib cage stays wrapped. 2. Up, press. 1 more. Down. Up, push. And coming down, shaking out that hip. Feet come down, hands come down. Taking an inhale here. On the exhale, go ahead and nod the chin. Just surrounding the spine. Letting the weight of the fingers peel the body all the way down. Knees can soften. We're going to stay here, just take an inhale. Breathe into that back. Exhale, feel the feet root down towards the mat. And then rolling the spine. Opening up through the hips, pelvis comes to neutral. Spine stacks. Awesome job, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here on the mat today.